Hey guys, welcome back. When I did the ceiling video on how to replace the panels in the ceiling, I got a lot of questions on how I make the ceiling and the walls look seamless after I've repaired them. So I wanted to just show you guys what it looks like now that I have put the trim up and it's painted. So as you can see, this right here is the original trim. And then this right here is the new trim that I put up, and you can't really tell a difference. Basically just a flat trim, just cut it to size, nailed it in with my nail gun, and that is pretty much it for that. Now for the walls, I've also had a lot of people ask me how I get this wall right here. Do you see? So here's one panel, here's another panel, and there's this little thing in the middle right here, and I've got a lot of questions on how do you get your wall to look seamless like that, because let's see if I can find another one. There's not really a good one. There's one right here. You can see in this corner up here, that is original to the camper, and so they have this like sticky tape that they pretty much just put between the seams of the walls. And you need something that's not like a really thick, heavy trim to cover up your joints where your two panels right here. You probably can't even see that. So I have not put a piece of trim right here. So let me show you guys how to do that really quick. And that way, when you're done, it will look nice and seamless like this wall right here. So, let's see if I can angle you guys up here. Okay, so first things first, what I use, let me plug this in real quick. Okay, so you can buy this at Home Depot. That's where I get it. This is melamine edge banding, and I use this because I couldn't really find like a tape type of thing, and I feel like it would kind of come off anyway. So this is actually going to be better than the tape that they use when they originally make the camper, but it is kind of like an iron-on thing. So this stuff is like, I don't know, it's like $7 a roll. So let me show you how to put that on really quick, and maybe you guys can try it on your camper too. So let me grab some here, and it's pretty simple to do. So to start, kind of just eyeball it on how long you need your piece of edge banding to be, and just start from there. There's not really a science to it. So now, if anybody has ever done edge banding before, you know there's a special like iron-on tool that's kind of like handheld, and it works really well for putting the edge banding on. Well, I'm cheap and I didn't want to spend $60 getting a special tool, so I have an iron. I stole it from my house because I never ironed anything anyway, because let's be honest, I'm busy. I don't iron things. So this is my work iron now. So I pretty much, it doesn't really matter what setting you put it on, as long as you don't put any water in it, you're fine. It doesn't really matter. So kind of just set it up there. And make sure it's relatively straight. And kind of just put the edge of your iron on it. And work your way up. And then back down. Okay. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm telling you, there's like nothing to it. So I like to go back with the tip of the iron and just make sure all of the edges are nice and glued down. And for those of you who don't know what edge banding is, basically on the other side of this, there's glue, and it gets activated and it kind of like melts to whatever you put it on. So this is, I mean, this ain't coming up. This is actually what I use on my countertops, but I use the birch edge banding, not the melamine edge banding. So once you've got that, you can cut kind of where your window trim is right there. And I'm not really going to worry about it being perfectly straight on my window because I'm going to put a window treatment there anyway, so you're not going to see it. And ideally, you will do this before you paint your walls. But Home Depot has been out of the melamine for like 3 weeks, and I don't want to have to wait for it to come in. So I just went ahead and painted it. And it doesn't matter. You'll just have to go back and kind of touch it up. So once it's nice and ironed on, just kind of rub your fingers up and down just to make sure that's a nice seal. And then if you have painted it, definitely sand it a little bit. This is, I think this is like 120. Yeah. Just kind of scuff it up a little bit. Because you see, if you can see, let me move this up here. So if you can see these kind of like scrapes right here, it just, the paint just kind of like flaked away a little bit. So just sand it a little bit just to make it look a little smoother. And then after that, we've got some paint. And it will look nice and pretty once you just paint right over it. Alrighty, and there it is, right there. So that's pretty much it. That way you can kind of just cover up those really ugly seams, you know, from where you replace your water damage, or just took paneling down. I don't know. There's lots of reasons. Anyway, so I hope you guys found that helpful. If you have more questions, just drop something in the comments, and I will do my best to answer it. Have a good night.